Hey everybody, it's me, callofbioshock, coming at you with a new Halloween update. Ooh. I know it's past Halloween, but I wanted to share some stories with you about this year was a scare instead of a trick-or-treater. Scared people in front of my house. It's pretty awesome. Um, so basically, I wanted to show you some stories. I wanted to share some stories with you about what I did and maybe some scare tactics along the way. Um, so first I'll start off with biggest scare of the night. Um, biggest scare was a big group, a group of three families. Three. Uno, dos, tres. It's a group of three families, and they were all like standing on the sidewalk, like all trick or treating families do. They always like go through the sidewalk, and then they sit there, and then they wait for their kids to be done with when done with the house. Well, at least that's what happens around my neighborhood. Um, so basically, that's what happened. Their families were sitting there, and they were done trick or treating, so they passed by me because there's this big tree in front of my house, and I was dressed up as Scarecrow from Batman Arkham Asylum. And by the way, I haven't played Batman Arkham Asylum. I know that sounds stupid, but I made an awesome costume, so might as well use it. So basically, this is what I did. I sat there, pretending like I'm a dummy, like one kid did last year. He just sat there, like kind of dead. That's what they do. That's what you really want. If you want to be a scare, you have to learn like how to get people scared. Like I'm like the sort of prankster kind of guy, so I would kind of fit into that. So basically, all I did was just sit there, and to creep people out, I would like while they're going up to my house to trick or treat, I would just glance with my eyes, and then the parents would see me and they're like, "Haha, that's so cute." And actually, one of them said it was cute, but whatever. So basically, I just sat there until they came around, and remember there was three families, so they came and they were like all huddled together looking at me like, because that's what happened a lot of the night. Like people were trying to figure out if I was real or not, because that was really funny. Just imagine like if you're just sitting there and people trying to find out if you're real or not, because they were like looking at my shoes, looking at my hands, looking at my face, trying to find out like if I was real or not. So basically, this is what happened. I scared, and the entire group by going like, "Brah!" Like that's like the general way. You don't want to like, oh, and like go up in their faces or anything, but just give them like a big shout. It'll be surprising. It'll be scary, and basically that's it. And that's the biggest scare. What the best scare was to me was this one time. Oh my god, it was so funny. There's this guy who was in a hoodie, and with he was just sitting there, and I scared his girlfriend earlier, which was really funny. I'm like, oh, she's back, and then his girlfriend came up to her, and whatever, he came up, and she said, "Oh, that guy scared me. Darn, I know that guy's gonna scare you." I'm like, "Oh, great, he wants the prime scare opportunity." But then he goes like, "Dude, come on, just give me some love." And he like holds out his arms like, "Come at me, bro," kind of thing. But he wanted a hug. I'm like, "You know what? I'm gonna give this guy a hug." And I stand up, and I'm like going to go give him a hug. Everything. I didn't have the claws, of course. That would have kind of been pretty bad. But I didn't wear the claws, so. And I go up to him, and right when I'm about to hug him, I scare him, and then he falls flat on the concrete. And I know that's kind of sad, but it was so hilarious. Especially since he was older than me. which made that even more hilarious. So, yeah, some good scares, and here's this. This one was the most surprising scare of the night. And comment if you want to, if you want me to, if you want any other kind of scare tactics, or I love that show. And you want like any more of my scare stories or anything like that. I'm gonna be scaring next year probably, but I'm gonna build a post like a scarecrow kind of thing. But here's the most surprising scare. As I said before, the parents wait on the sidewalk, and then the kids would go up to the house. I waited until the kids were down with his dad, and then and they were passing by this car, because it was basically like this tree car. I'm like, at first it was like kind of weird, because I'm like, oh, well, okay. So I was leaning against the tree, and he came up, and he's like, oh, that guy's real. Kids, better watch out. And the kids are just like looking at me like, hey, Dad, whatever, let's just go. And he's just like looking at me. He just stood there for about 2 minutes staring at me. I'm like, I just want to scare this guy so bad. And as he's walking away, I go like, brah! And he's like, and he got scared so bad that there was the car. He backed up and hit the car. I'm like, and he's like, oh jeez, and then he runs away, and his kids are like, ha ha, and I'm like this to the kids, and his kids are like, bye, and I'm like, yeah, I did that to some of the people because I know that they're out of my scare range, like, like it's only a couple of feet. Then those are some good scares. I had a total of 19 to 20 scares that last night. It was a pretty good time. And my mom was out there scaring kids too, with her like, what was it? Tree witch mask. It was pretty good. She scared people because she was hiding behind the sign. Our house was pretty decorated, but now I don't know how, but somehow while I was at school, they took down all of our decorations. So I don't know what happened. I was gonna film it, but I was having too much fun. Having too much fun scaring people, and I realized if I got up and I sat back down, they would have seen me, even though they would have seen me if I scared someone. But yeah. So comment if you want me to share some more scare stories or scare tactics, and I'll see you guys later.